Hi, in this video, let's look at Apsona's document merge. To create a document merge action, you require two things. First is to create a template that specifies the layout of the generated output. And second is to identify the data that will be used to generate the output. Let's go to Apsona and start building a merge action. Here I have a filtered set of accounts, and I want to create a merge action with two lists. I have these opportunities to each account, and I want a set of a list of all the closed opportunities to the account. You also see that the opportunities are associated with different tributes, and I'd also like a list of all the opportunities grouped by the different tributes. So I need two lists for this merge action. One, a list of all the closed opportunities. Two, all the opportunities to be grouped by the different tributes. Now let's examine the template. The templates have already been built, but let's examine it. So this template has been built in Microsoft Word. As you can see, there are a set of top level fields with two lists. The first list is for the closed opportunities. The second list is for the opportunities to be grouped by tribute. So the top level fields will always be populated from a specific object or a single step or multi-step report in Apsona. This means that there will be exactly one merge document produced for each data record in the list or report. And this also means that there is a one-to-many relationship between the top level fields and the sublist fields. That is, for every given occurrence of a record that fills the top level fields, there can be more than one record whose fields fill up the sublist elements. If you look at the field names, they are not exact matches to the field names in Salesforce. Street address is actually billing street. This is billing city, billing state, and billing zip. So you need not follow any naming convention while setting up the template. The only requirement is that they should be word merge fields. So let's set up a word merge field. We have the field name, and just let's highlight it. Let's go to insert in word and quick paths. Click on field and let's select merge field and type in the field name and click OK. So now we have the word merge field. So these were the top level fields and they're all ready for the merge. And now let's examine the list. So this first list is for the closed opportunities to the account. So the first row is our field names, and the first three fields come from the opportunity object and the last field from the payments object. So here's a list with fields from two different objects. Payment is a lookup to opportunity, and we want the number of payments, so that is a metrics field which we require. The second row has the special table start and table end fields. These two markers indicate the region of the document that must be replicated, one for each closed opportunity. The table start field must be the first element in the leftmost cell of the row that must be replicated, and the table end field must be the last element in the last cell of the row. The table start field must include a record group name. Here you see the syntax: table start : record group name. The record group is just a name which indicates the kind of list that's going to be produced. So the syntax is table start : record group name, and this whole field must be a word merge field. And you can name the record group any way you want. You can call it closed opportunities, As long as it does not conflict with the field names in the list, you can name it any way you want. You also see the third row, which has another specially formatted merge field. And this is an aggregation field, which has its own syntax. The syntax is the record group name, colon the field name to be aggregated, colon the function. So here the record group name is closed deals for this list, colon the field name, amount, colon the function, sum. And again, the whole field has to be a word merge field. So this was the list for the first list. And now let's look at the grouping list. When creating a sublist within a merged documents, you can display the sublist in groups based on a field in your data. So here the field we want to group is the tribute name. And again, this has its own syntax for grouping. And the syntax is group header, colon, the record group name for this list, colon, field name. So in this table, the first row must have the syntax, the group header, colon, record group name for this list is tribute name, colon, the field name. And again, the whole field should be a word merge field. And the second row has the field names. This is the tribute name. Tribute is a lookup to opportunity. And then we have two fields from the opportunity account. We have the campaign name from the campaign account and the owner of the opportunity, which comes from the user table. So here is a list with fields from 4 different tables or objects. And you have the standard table start and table end markers. Table start colon the record group name here as well. And you have the last row, which is the aggregation field here as well. So it is the record group name, colon the field name, colon function. So now this template is ready and it's in the docx format. We save this and upload it into the documents object in Salesforce. I've already done that. You can also build the same template in Google Docs, LibreOffice or OpenOffice. And let's look at that quickly. So the same template has been built in Google Docs. The only change here is that the field name has to have 2 angle brackets on the left and 2 angle brackets to the right of it. So again, no naming convention to be followed. The only thing is they need to have 2 angle brackets on the left and 2 angle brackets on the right. This template was built in Google Docs. And all you need to do once the template is ready is to download the file in the docx format and immediately upload it as is into the documents object in Salesforce. Once you download it as a docx file, do not open it in Microsoft Word. Just upload it as is to the documents object. So now that our template is ready and uploaded into the documents, we need to figure out the data sources for these lists and for the top level objects, top level fields. The top level fields, as you can see, come from the account object. So we can run this merge directly from the account object. If there were fields from different tables, then we would have had to have a report. But we need to have 2 different reports for these 2 lists. So let's go back to Apsona and look at the data sources for the lists. So we go to opportunities and reports. I have built the first report for the first list. Let's edit it. The first field is the opportunity name. The second is the opportunity amount. And third is the opportunity close date. So it's an opportunity report and the first 3 fields are from the opportunity table. And the fourth field is the number of payments to each opportunity, which is a metrics field. So you need to open up the payment object and open up the metrics and pick up the number of records field. We also have filter terms for this record, for this report. We want close date to be on or after 1/1/2014 and the opportunity stage to be among posted, which is basically all closed opportunities. So let's save and run this report, and the report is ready for the first list. Let's look at the report for the second list. So let's click on new and build out the report. Let's call it ops and tributes for doc merge. And now let's get the fields. So for the tribute name, let's open up the tribute object and pull out name. And we needed from the opportunity object, we needed the amount, and we needed the close date. And from the campaign object, we needed the campaign name, and we needed the opportunity owner, which comes from the user owner object. And let's choose full name. Let's rename this field campaign name, and so we have our fields for the second list. Let's save and run this. So now that we have our data sources for the list, let's go and start building the merge action. So we go to accounts, and here we can run the merge for the whole filtered set. But as we are just setting up the merge, let's start with one account. So we check the account, go to tools, and click on the merge mail button. And this is the merge wizard. Here you can run an existing merge action. We just check this button and all the existing merge actions show up. You can just click one and run it. Or you can also create a new merge action, which we are doing just now. So when you create a merge action, you get all these options. You can create a document merge. You can create address labels for the document merge. You can create an Excel merge, an email merge, or an email and document merge. So let's click on document merge and go to next. And here we get to choose the template for this merge. If you click the drop down, all the docx files in the documents object in Salesforce show up. So let's select the one we want for this merge. The output format can either be a docx or a PDF. I'm going to choose docx right now. And the output structure, you can have single file with page breaks, or separate files, one for each record. Since I'm doing just one record, let's choose single file with page breaks and click on next. And this is where the mapping happens. What Apsona has done, it recognized the template from the previous step and it pulled out every word merge field it found every merge field. So these were the top level fields it found, and it also found the record groups, closed deals and tribute name, the two record groups for the list. So let's do the mapping. So we have all the account object fields here. So let's click on account name, and this is billing city, this is billing state, billing zip, and account type, and let's report date, let's pick today's date, system field, and the last is billing street. So the top level merge fields have been mapped, and now let's look at the list. For the closed deals, we have to get the report we have in the opportunities object. We needed the report as there were fields from two different objects. So now let's go to the opportunities report. I have a lot here. pick the report. And now what happens, all the fields in the report show up for mapping. So this was opportunity name and close date, amount, and number of payments. So the list, the fields for the first list have been mapped, and we need no filter terms here, as we put the filter terms when we were making the report. But if you'd like to add more filter terms, you can always add a term here for the merge. Now that the fields have been merged, we need to link the fields. We need to make sure that the opportunities are linked to the account. Since account and opportunities are a one-to-many relationship, you get to see all the linkages from the parent object to opportunities, from accounts to opportunities. And the right linkage will get the right opportunities to this account. So let's click on the linkage options. Account ID matches opportunity ID would be the right one, because we are linking opportunities to account. So now we have the first list completely taken care of. Fields are mapped and the linkage has been selected. Now let's look at the tribute and pick up the report here. Let's hope I find it fast now. And this was opportunities and tributes for doc merge. Here's the report, and let's map the fields. So this was tribute name, this was the amount, campaign name, close date, and full name is the owner name. I don't have a field for this. Let's get back to it later. And we can add filter terms for this list as well. And let's add close date from here. Year only equals 2014. Again, we need the linkages. So we will again map account ID matches opportunity account, and this is the right one. And now we have done all the mapping, and now let's go to next. So here it says one record will be processed, and this is the last step where we have some logging options. You can set a field from the account object. If it's a checkbox field, to yes. If it's a date field, you can check to the current date and time. You can also add a task to an account or a contact in this case. And you can also save this action, giving it a name. So let's call this summary of ops and tributes. And let's click finish. Let's download the results. And this is the output document. At the top are the account fields, and this is the first list of all the closed deals. And here you see the number of payments to each opportunity, and you also see the aggregation. So the fields from two different tables, the metrics field and the aggregation. And let's go further down, and here you see that no name has been mapped to the opportunity name, which was what was missed while doing the mapping, and we'll fix that right away. But the amount expected, the close date, the campaign name, and the opportunity owner have all been picked up, and the different opportunities have also different tributes. So the opportunities have been grouped by different tributes. This one didn't have a name, so it showed up as null. And now let's go and fix this particular merge action, and it's very easy to do. So let's close this off, and now let's go back to the account, click on tools and merge action, and this time let's click on run a merge action, and let's check the edit button, and let's choose the merge action we just created, summary of ops and tributes, and I have the edit button on, so I'm going to click next, and let's not touch anything here, and let's click on next. And I think I remember now that this was supposed to be the opportunity name, which is not even available for mapping. So let's close this off, go back to the report, and let's add the field. Let's click on edit and open up opportunities and get the opti name. And let's name it opportunity name and say OK, and let's save this and go back to accounts. And now let's redo the whole thing again. It's going to be very quick because the merge action has been saved. And let's edit this action, select the action. Maybe we can have a PDF this time. Click on next, and here we have the opportunity name to map. The rest is all the same, and let's click on next, save and run. Let's download the results, and this time it's a PDF. Onto my other screen, and let's bring it over. So this was the merge action, and here let's see, it picked up the opportunity name this time. So we have the first list, and we also have the second list, which have been grouped by the different tributes by opportunity and different tribute names. So this is how we set up a document merge action with Apsona. You can try out this feature in Apsona for Salesforce when you download Apsona for Salesforce from the App Exchange. You can also send us an email to support@apsona.com. Thank you for watching.